We're live. Hey, it's the guy with no name and
Woo,
North
you made
Side.
it. Almost another week of NFL football playoffs. Last game we're gonna hit up on this slew of games: Pittsburgh and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is gonna be a fun game, I think, guys. Games got moved. The game time got moved to what was that? The prime time, right? 8:20 Eastern,
7:20
7:20 Central.
Yeah, so it was scheduled for like a noonish time, but some kind of some kind of weather. I think freezing rain was the issue, so they moved it out. They moved it out a little bit later for our viewing pleasure.
For our viewing pleasure, Sunday night.
So Pittsburgh at Kansas City. Let's just start out with the line. The line is set at 1 for Kansas City, right?
Kansas City -1. Yep.
Kansas City -1 and 44.5 is the over. So that's ready smack dab in about the middle for the over under. Something that really pops out at me at this game is that the line is only set at 1. Pittsburgh being a road dog, usually the home team gets 3 points and Kansas City is only getting 1. That kind of pops out to me, just right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a little bit, I guess. I'm not too shocked at this game. I feel like KC has a lot of fan support and like media coverage and had a really good year. And then obviously we know what Pittsburgh is all about. They got a lot of lethal weapons. So I looked at this as a kind of a toss-up coin flip. I don't know though. I mean, you think about it. We got the game manager and Alex Smith. You got Big Ben Roethlisberger, who's going to sling the ball all around with Tomlin. It's going to be close. I think guy with no name and Northside here have some differences on how they feel about this game. This might be my revenge win, hopefully, to make up for that Giants Packers stinker on my side at least. I don't know. It's going to be a good game. What do you like about Pitt, and what do you like about KC, and what don't you like? I mean, what kind of rings a bell?
Well, I mean, I always look, like I said right off the bat. I had Pittsburgh. I had Pittsburgh off the bat. What I really like is
who do you think is going to be that X factor though in Pittsburgh? You see Bell just running pretty wild on it? You think this will be?
Well, yeah, we're looking at some stats here before we went live, and it did change my mind a little bit. One of those things was that I did see that Kansas City as a team with game manager
Smith
quarterback. They are still able to put up quite a few offensive points up there. I mean, their defense is. I mean, this is what they've been known for in my book. But yeah, you were telling me, or you were showing me that they kind of had this vulnerability for a running game, and I mean, maybe it is Bell's time to shine right now and to win it for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is on the road here, but as we were talking about, that could have easily been not the case.
I think the fans travel pretty well, right? Pittsburgh fans. I feel like they're pretty. That guy in that TurboTax commercial in Pittsburgh. What's the name?
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. Yeah, you guys know DJ Khaled?
Everybody knows DJ Khaled.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
But
even the millennials?
Even the I don't know many millennials.
All right.
Pittsburgh at KC. I mean, it's at KC. I mean,
hipsters versus the
KC owes them. KC owes their position here to a bad Oakland team is what I kind of think. Kind of plays into this week's game. But yeah, that's just one of the factors too. I like Pittsburgh. I like this road. I'm taking the road dog on this one for a lot of different factors. Steelers just looked awesome last week. I think they're going to carry that into this game. And Kansas City does look good too. I mean, there's a few stats that we looked at here before that kind of made me waver a little bit, but I'm still going to stick with Pittsburgh to win this one on the road.
What was the one?
Kind of what I think.
Yeah, what was the one stat that kind of stood out that made you kind of question your confidence? Was it?
Just the fact that Kansas City, I pegged them as a 20-point team, but they're outputting more than the 20 points. They're putting more about 25 to 30 points a game. So that kind of made me pause a little bit, but I still think that Pittsburgh will still be on top, win this game, given all the offensive weapons that they have at the moment right now.
I think I think the other thing that KC suffers is they're not like the big market team. They're not like flashy. So I think right off the bat, I think a lot of like casual Joes and like casual bettors like ourselves and people that are just having fun with it. They look at Kansas City and like But I will say over the past I'd say 5 to 6 weeks. I mean they've really come on strong. They're obviously a good team. I was telling a guy with no name here. One thing I think that's out there, just an intangible, just a kind of a gut feeling I have, and I think it's going to be. It kind of ties back to Eric Berry. His whole story. He had the cancer. He kind of overcome it. He's in remission. He's having a great year. In that team, they're putting together the pieces they need to be successful, and they're winning. So I think that's all going to carry over and give them a little bit what they need playing at home. And can they get that turnover? Can Eric make a difference? That's just something that just kind of a gut feeling, gut check kind of feel.
Yeah, the turnover thing too. That's a good stat that we were able to pull up here. The Kansas City is just great at that turnover game. So
they were tied for first in the league for the regular season. I think they had plus 18 turnover margin, which is terrific. I mean, I think year over year, you look at that stat, anyone that's in that category is going to be in the playoffs. So, not to take away from Pittsburgh, they're on the plus side too, not as much, but a lot of opportunistic plays for KC this year. So, just a couple other things. I mean, the one thing that's the storyline everyone talks about, Andy Reid and his record after a bye. Regular season dominant. I think he's even been true in the playoffs. So, a little bit of that extra week for the Kansas City team to kind of prepare for Ben. The other kind of variable that I have out there, how bad is like Ben Roethlisberger's foot? Like what's the story with that? Because
I kind of want to know about that too, but I don't know. I mean, what we have here with the cheat sheet, it
he's
says
a beast.
It's probable, but it does. He is on some sort of report, so he's not 100% healthy. But,
yeah,
but who knows
and he's a machine, robo cop, whatever you want to call him. I feel like he
Rapist burger
or that. Yeah, you might need to check that in. But
sorry, Ben.
Yeah. Anyways, even if he's not there, I guess the one thing you called out was like Le'Veon Bell. I mean, I think the guy's amazing. If you've seen him, I think he's probably our best running back in the league. Ezekiel Elliott obviously has a lot of stats and has a great year for rookie. I think Bell makes the team. I mean, he just got the flashes of like awesomeness. I think he's just more athletic, but if they can ride him, excuse me, if they can ride him in this game, I think it's only going to help him. Like I said, I don't know how effective Ben's going to be. So
I think he actually might be the X factor in this contest.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said at the beginning, I waver a little bit, but I still think that Pittsburgh will come on top, and they will call. And we're getting that 1 point, but they should outright win it. Is what I think.
So what I'm gonna do, I'll declare my pick here. And here's the line.
Mine.
That was the line we mentioned. KC -1, and then the over/under is 44.5. Guy with no name has gone with Pittsburgh taking the one.
Final answer.
The 1 point, and then you like the over.
Yeah, I like the over because I'm looking at a score that's going to be about 30-something to 20-something. So that adds up to be over 44. So.
Okay, I'm a little different on this pick from him this week. I didn't do too hot last week when we differed, but just for the record, I like Kansas City in this game. The one guy I didn't mention, which I'll mention now, is Tyreek Hill. I think he's going to be the X factor, impact player. Maybe he does get a special teams run. Maybe there's that, that sweep or that over the middle catch that he just kind of breaks. So I like him, and I like the under in this game. I know there's a lot of hype on Ben Roethlisberger and the points they're going to put up, and Casey's put a lot of points up, but I think this will be smash mouth football, and one of the teams are going to break out with a play, turnover, whatever it is, and I like Kansas City. So I think it's going to be a well fought game, a fun game. It's going to wrap up the week, and hopefully we have a lot more answers for you after this week, going into the AFC and NFC Championship.
Well, we differentiated enough to see if we can come out on top this week. Just for the record, I got 3 out of 4 right against the spread last week. I got 2 out of
I was 2 for 2, so I'm 1 game behind trying to catch up here. We differed 2 times this week, just on the straight up spread, so I could take the lead going into the final stretch, so we'll see how that goes.
So that's going to wrap things up here for this week. We'll catch up sometime during next week. We'll do the results, and we should be live from a hotel room in Vegas next week. So yeah,
Good point. Yeah, so be sure to tune in. We might have some other special guests. I know a guy with no name is kind of lining that up. We got some friends that are really interested, so we might be live. We will be live from Vegas. So wish us luck. We hope to come back with a wad of cash. So remember. Listen, watch, bet, and win.
It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of Earth. Listen to us. We know we're talking about, yay, bingo, bango, bing. Sorry. Subscribe, talk some smack, watch the videos, show it your friends. There's a Facebook page out there, a Twitter account that we really don't know how to utilize. But yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Want to be part of the show? It's a possibility. Drop a line, let us know, and
we'll see you next time.
Let the music play.
From
Vegas.
Happy playoff watching, guys. Good luck.
We'll see you
later.